really want to smack in you guys' face. You know, but never give up, man. I'm back at it again. I know I just made 3 videos in a row, but this won't be very long. This is gonna be about 15 minutes or something, you know. But never give up. A lot of you guys, you have given up in life. I could tell that Savvy Guy has given up, and he said he's talking about he want to be an engineer, but really the way he talking, bro, I don't see that happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he will become an engineer, bro. I think he's screwed. He's done for. He won't be able to replicate himself. And I know he listens to my videos. And Savvy Guy, if you're listening, bro, don't give up on life yet, bro. Come on, man. I knew women weren't gonna find me attractive. And man, if you knew that, you should have been on your purpose when you was young. You see, I was distracted by females when I was younger. I kept chasing them throughout my 20s. But as I got older, you know, and the testosterone started to die off, decline basically, I started seeing that, goddamn, bro, time is flying by quick. It's time to get up on that purpose. You feel what I'm saying? It's time to get that motherfucking money. So, never give up, no retreat, no surrender. That's how you gotta think, bro. You're giving up on your future family, man. Your future kids. That's what you're giving up on. Like I made that video last night. Like I said in that last video. You're giving up on your kids, man. Your future kids. Your future family. I think about my unborn child every single day. And that's what motivates me, man. Because ain't no other man gonna take nothing from me, man. I'm gonna make sure I get the bag so I could be a fierce competitor out here in these streets on these motherfuckers. Feel what I'm saying? I might end up getting the bag and taking somebody's girl, man. So you never give up. You give up, you're giving up on your legacy, bro. That's on the real. That's on mamas. That's on mamas. You feel what I'm saying? Man, these guys, they make me laugh and cry at the same time. Everybody trying to have a pity party. Oh, woe is me. Oh, I feel sorry for myself. I want somebody to feel sorry for me. I want motherfuckers to kick in doors like ninjas and have a pity party with me. Man, you can keep on doing that throughout your whole entire life. But it ain't gonna save you. Like, you 35 years old, bro, you supposed to be on your purpose. Don't wait until you get to be 40 like I did and start being serious about your purpose. Get started young. Savvy Guy should have been an engineer, bro. He already 35 already. Is he going to school right now? I don't think so. The way he talking is like, bro, you don't sound like you a motivated go-getter, man. You sound like you just giving up on life. Because if you were studying in school to be an engineer, bro, you wouldn't be on here on YouTube crying about everything. How women don't like you. They don't like you because of your looks. You know, it's the end, man, for me. That's how he is, bro. Talking about how it's over for him. They're like, bro, if you don't get out there and get that motherfucking money, stop screwing around. You're gonna waste 35 more years of your life. Like this nigga that lives over here in his car, wasting so much goddamn precious time. They're like, bro, you 60 and you living in a car. You're still struggling. What did you do your whole entire life? All you did was cry, bitch, complain, and moan, bruh. That's not gonna help anything. Crying about it is not gonna help. Yeah, go ahead and cry. Sometimes it's good to cry. But be doing something about it in the process of crying. So, okay, I'll cry tonight, but tomorrow we're gonna get up and we're gonna chase this bag anyway. He was like, I don't know why his dad didn't hook him up, man. I don't know why his dad didn't tell him to be on his purpose, because women wasn't gonna like him, man. The guy's like a 2 or 3 in looks, and he's already given up. Somebody said in the comment section, hey, don't worry about it. You'll find a girl one day. Like, this nigga's 35 though. That's a grown ass man. He gotta get more money. And I'm sorry, becoming an engineer, that's not enough money, man. We started in late because of our parents. We started getting on our purpose because of our parents. Now, I had martial arts training when I was younger. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what helped me a lot in my journey right now to this bag. So I had something, you feel what I'm saying? And I know how to stick with something for years at a time until I accomplish my goal. You feel what I'm saying? I did capoeira for 12 years, bro. I did capoeira for 12 years. What that say about my character? It means that this nigga can stick with something and accomplish things. You know what I'm saying? That's a long time to stick with a martial art. 12 years? That's a long time, man. God damn it. That was a rat. A lot of rats over here, man. The dry season is upon us. All these weeds gonna start dying, man. You know. But back to what I was saying, man, like, you know, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. Start with a little goal, man. Start building some confidence. So start building up your self-esteem. Start with a martial art, and so enroll yourself into a martial art, so we can bring your goddamn self-esteem up. Because Savvy guy, he ain't got no goddamn discipline, man. What's up with it, Sean Breezy? Sean Breezy in the house. Yeah, discipline, man. Yeah, discipline, exactly. If you don't have discipline, blood, you ain't gonna never get nothing in life, bro. You ain't gonna never get nothing. Your discipline gotta be real, man. You gotta be sharp out here in these streets. Stay sharp. Stay vigilant. Compete. Compete on a high level, man. That's what you need to do. You gotta compete on a high level. And no, you gotta compete. Because ain't no running and ducking and hiding like a little girl, man. You know what I'm saying? Women run when the going gets tough. That's what women do, bro. Man, no, man, he stand there and fight. You see what I'm saying? A man stands and fights. He ain't got no time for no games. What, you a man? Or a girl, man? Are you a woman? You might as well be wearing a wig, savvy guy. You might as well be wearing a wig and some fake ass boobs in a dress. Then it really will be over. You know? Then it really will be over, okay? I'm just saying, I don't mean to come down hard on him like that. I just think that he got to develop some type of discipline. He said, fuck it, I ain't got discipline, so fuck it. It's over. Like, bro, you should have been out there in Hollywood searching for an acting gig. How many of you niggas could go get on the phone or get on the internet and try to find some acting gigs or something to become an actor? Because at this point, bro, that's what he need to do. He got to find something that he's passionate about. You got to find something that you're passionate about, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop running like a little girl, man, and face these odds out here, bro. You feel what I'm saying? We all competing to get the pussy, bro. That's what it's about. It's competing with each other to get the best pussy. Like the reason why men self-improve, man, is to get women. Because in their mind, they're like, damn, if I achieve this, I'll have bad bitches. Man, galore, you feel what I'm saying? So what motivates men to go out there and get the bag is women. That's what motivates us. That's why we become successful in all our careers that we enter into, okay? All the fucking careers that we fucking, you know, enter in, we want to improve and be the best at it that we can be. You feel what I'm saying? We want to be the best at it that we can be. We want to achieve things to say, oh, look at us. Look at me. You know, look at me, girl. Look what I got. Look what I accomplished. Look at my resume. I'm the best man for you. Look at my resume. Look at my clothes. Look at my Gucci shoes. Look at my Gucci outfit. Look at my car. Yeah. You know, because I'm a go-getter. And look at my Porsche. Look at my Lambo. Just look at it. Just say, I get one of those, man, the bitches will be coming. I get a Lambo, the bitches will be coming. They will flock to me, bro. You see what I'm saying? So you never give up. No retreat, no surrender. You feel what I'm saying? Some of you niggas should have, like, entered the fucking army, bro. And best believe my capoeira class, that was like a drill sergeant that was running that class, all right? The capoeira class that I was in, if you were late, man, that's like 200 push-ups. 200 push-ups, 200 squats. Now, over there in the corner, you're late. That was my capoeira instructor, bro. His name was Mestre Preguiça, who was from Brazil. He didn't take no goddamn shit, man. You come in late, best believe your ass in the corner doing push-ups. At least 200 of those motherfuckers. Nah, fuck 100. Nah, 200. We were 200 push-ups. You late. See, capoeira taught me some discipline. You know what I'm saying? And what it's like to achieve something. Like, bruh, like when I was in capoeira, achieving those belts meant everything to me, man. That's why I trained so hard every single day, just to get another color belt around my waist. That's why I trained so hard. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I trained so hard. Was to get another color belt up under my fucking waist. And it felt good. getting those belts, taking them home. I used to look at my belt all the time. I used to like hang my belt on the wall where I could see it, because it was like an accomplishment to me, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I got my green cord. I like that cord. I put that cord on my wall, or that belt. We call them cords because they look like more like cords than belts, right? I put that belt on my wall. I said, look what I accomplished, man. I'm a green cord now. It took me like 6 to 7 years to get this. It took me years. And I feel accomplished when I got it. You know, and then I go back to class, I'll be like, hey, look at me now. Everybody, look at my cord. You feel me? I got graduated. You feel me? Look at my purple cord. Man, that was my last cord in capoeira. So what I'm trying to do is, tell you that my discipline comes from martial arts that I have studied throughout the years. I did boxing too. Shit. I didn't know how to work the speed bag for a long time. But after a while, man, I was hitting that speed bag like it was man. Because speed bag, you know, it's all about timing and shit, right? Because you're practicing your hand speed. You know what I'm saying? So you rubbing your fist into a circular motion. And you hitting that fucking speed bag, and before you know, you start getting faster and faster and faster. Before you know it, you da 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 da. You know, hitting that fucking speed bag. Got confidence. I knew I could do it. I knew I could learn the speed bag, and I fucking did. I knew I could make beats. When I was doing music, I started out sloppy making beats. And then over the years, I got better. Even my next door neighbor was like, man, you're getting better at those beats. He was a geeky white guy. And he used to hear me in there making beats all the time. And then one day I saw him down the hallway, and we was passing each other up. And he said, man, you sounding better with those beats. You're getting better. Yeah, because I practiced, that's why. You feel what I'm saying? I even stuck with music for like 5 years, okay? The one thing I knew about music, it was like I didn't have enough money to pursue it. It takes some bread to pursue music, best believe that. If you ain't got no money, I don't think, unless you got a record company that's helping you, it's impossible to like pursue music without money. You gotta move to a certain state. You gotta find a job. You gotta keep on shopping your demos around. Hopefully, you can get a record deal, or get somebody to take you up under their wing and stuff like that. So I stopped pursuing that when I didn't have the money. I didn't have a place to record. So the passion for music just fizzled out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm on to something else right now. You feel what I'm saying? A jackpot. You feel what I'm saying? But the discipline is exhibited. It has to be there. You know, it has to be there, man. You know. That's why I was always looking forward to getting into some martial arts. But my mother never really cared about anything, man. But it was in my nature to like kick and punch. I used to sit there when I was younger, and I used to watch Bruce Lee, and I used to imitate his kicking movements on Enter the Dragon, right? When I used to see Bruce Lee kick, I used to kick. You know, I used to pretend like I was Bruce Lee, or Bruce Leroy, or whatever you want to say, or whatever you want to call it. Like it was in me to find martial arts. I wanted it. It was inside of me already. I was young and nobody taught me nothing. You know, and I used to see Bruce Lee and I'd be like, I want to be like that. In the moment I heard on the speaker that capoeira was going to be in the auditorium or room 108 or whatever, That's where I ran to that class. I was in a junior high when I started training capoeira, right? Capoeira, right? So I got deeply involved, man, around 15 years old. And then my body starts to change after that. I say about a year or two of training. I wasn't skinny no more. I started putting on muscle. You know what I'm saying? Then I started lifting weights. So my confidence come from that, you know, my self-esteem. But it's built inside of me though. It's not like it's, you know, like I had to get it from somewhere. I always wanted to be involved in martial arts. I think I was like 6 or 7 when I used to like mimic Bruce Lee. And when the bad guys used to come, Bruce Lee kicked, and I used to kick with him, like I was fighting alongside of him, or I was just mimicking his music. I mean his movements. You know what I'm saying? You know, I watched Enter the Dragon so many goddamn times. And every time Bruce Lee would kick, especially at the end when everybody was fighting each other at Enter the Dragon, and then Bruce Lee, well, ah-da-da! And I'd be like, yeah, ah-da-da! I used to mimic that shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I got into it, man. That's how I got into martial arts. You know, it'll help you get some discipline and some self-esteem, man, because you got low self-esteem because you ain't never tried nothing to boost it. Start getting to some martial arts. You'll see what I'm talking about. When you start learning movements and stuff and you thought you couldn't do it, but then you ended up doing it, you're like, oh shit, I done did it. I did the move, I did it. I knew I could do it. And so what that does, when you learn those movements, it raises your self-esteem. So, well, if I could do that double kick in the air, man, that I was doing, I can do anything in it I put my mind to. But if you ain't never, like, even tried to enter a martial art, or you don't have any father figure, you don't have a father figure that'll tell you that you could do anything that you put your mind to, you're going to have very low self-esteem. And it's going to carry that shit, it's going to carry on into your adulthood. It's like nothing went right for me because I wasn't guided correctly. And me, I was looking for guidance at around 15, 16. You know, my dad wasn't around, so I had to find something. So I got into capoeira, bro. That was my thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I did it for 12 years, bro. 12 years. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed something. If I wasn't disciplined with my training, my skills would go to shit. You gotta maintain that discipline, man. Feel what I'm saying? So understand this, bro. Your life is gonna always be the same if you don't change. It's hard to change when you're an adult, though, man. A lot of guys, they're done, man. They're history. They've been doing the same thing over and over again throughout their whole entire life, and they're not gonna change. I don't see Savvy, man, even entering in school. I don't think he's in school. He say he's trying to do the engineer thing, but I don't see him accomplishing that degree, because you have to learn that from a very young age. Some of us, we change, right? From a very young age, I was taught martial arts. At 15, that's where I was doing it. You know, and it brought my self-esteem up. But I always thought I was Bruce Leroy or somebody else. I thought I was Bruce Lee for some reason. When I was young, I thought I was, I wanted to be Bruce Lee. I was cut like Bruce Lee too. You know what I'm saying? Six-pack abs, man, in my capoeira class all day long. Motherfuckers hating on me because they couldn't get a six-pack. I was like, you don't get mad at me because I got better genetics, man. I'm built for this shit. But start small to raise your self-esteem. I remember my nephew, man. He was with that single mother, and she talked down to him. She just treated him like a puppet, man. He was always simping for her. Then one day I got in his ear. I said, bro, you need to like learn some martial arts or something, man. Get your self-esteem up. So then he entered Taekwondo at a late age too. He was like in his 30s and shit, you know. And then once he got into that Taekwondo class and started getting belts and getting self-esteem up, man, he dropped that girl like a bad habit. He just stopped seeing her. He said, fuck that bitch. I could do better than her. He lost weight. You know what I'm saying? He started looking better. It brought his self-esteem up. You know what I'm saying? So then you carry on with the stuff that you learn in martial arts and shit like that. You apply that shit to other things in life. You see what I'm saying? So now you got discipline doing that. So I'm going to go have discipline doing this over here. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to start small first. You can't just all of a sudden be the most disciplined man in the world. You got to see what discipline could do first. You ain't tried discipline yet. So how you going to know what it could do? You don't even know. Just start enrolling in a martial arts class. Go try it. Get a fucking goddamn phone book. Something in my nose. Get a phone book. Like back in the day, you know, and start looking for martial art class to enroll in. And to start out fresh. You'll start seeing your confidence will start rising and shit. Because in your mind, you're thinking like, I can't do those moves, man. I can't do those moves. And then you ended up doing it. Like, damn, that side kick is hard to do, man. I don't think I could do that. And then after some practice, you ended up doing it. And then that brings your self-esteem up. You know what I'm saying? It brings your fucking goddamn self-esteem up. Like, damn, I never thought I could do that move. I remember capoeira, it was called Paulo Fuso. It was one of the jump spinning kicks in the air that I thought I never was gonna get down. And I ended up doing it. Not with one leg, not with just one leg, but I did the 2-leg Amala Double, where you jump in the air with both your legs and you make a rainbow, you know, with your head, with your legs over your head in the air. Just you go into mid-flight in the air and you turn your back, and when you come around, both of your legs are stuck together in the air, and you make a rainbow, a rainbow circular motion in the air, and you hit the ground, boom, with your back turned. I never thought I could do that, and I did it. One day I was practicing, so right, kept falling to the ground, kept fucking up. Then one day I did it. I said, whoop, boom, and they was like, oh shit, you fucking did it. And I was like, yeah, yeah. So then I went to the holder, right? So I did it, cause they knew I was trying to get that move down, right? So I did the move in the holder, and people were like, oh shit, you did it. I was like, yeah, yeah, I did it, man. After all that practicing, I did it. I fucking did it. And see, when you do shit like that, it brings your self-esteem up, cause you didn't think you were gonna get that move down, but you said, fuck it, I'm gonna keep trying anyway, even though I can't do it right now, but I'm gonna keep on trying until I do it. And I did it. Now there was certain moves I couldn't do, you know, like certain Florell moves I couldn't do. I could do Tentacka, where I'm doing a cartwheel on the side, like a side cartwheel, but really you're going backwards. It's kind of like a flip-flop, but your back is bent. You're going in circles in one motion in one place. Basically, you're basically doing a flip-flop, but to the side. I can't really explain the movement, but it's a very complicated move to do. You gotta have flexibility. You gotta have timing and shit. So it brings your self-esteem up, man. You know, especially me going down to Brazil and playing with them hard head cats down there. My God, I got my ass whooped when I was in Brazil. Them motherfuckers can hit hard out there, bro. Out here, bro, we don't really kick each other that hard, man. But them motherfuckers down there, they kicked the destroy. I got in the holder with some of the most toughest mestres in the world. Motherfuckers moving hella quick, lightning speed kicks, in your face every single day. When I was in Brazil, we talking about kicks that looked like they was invisible, they were so fast. Right? Invisible kicks. So I'm training this shit, and then the mestre, remember I was telling you, the mestre was like, Microphone, he getting better. Because I was training, man. Them niggas train like for 3 hours in a row. Like in the States, we do an hour and a half and we good. But out there, man, they train 3-4 hours in a row in one evening, just 3 or 4 hours. And you come out of there, you hella dirty, your clothes are dirty because you got like white pants and stuff. They all dirty and stuff from all that training. That's when I was in Brazil, bro. I remember I was in Lapa in Rio de Janeiro. Lapa is a neighborhood. You know, every Friday they had Festa Feira. It was called Festa Feira. Every Friday, where Lapa was full of people, especially fine bitches. And I lived there. I lived in a hotel and shit, man, by myself. I was gonna stay in the Capoeira house, but they kept waking me up. So I got my stuff and I went to the hotel down the street, which was very cheap. It was a very small room, man, very small, man. But I used to party a lot and train at the same time. I was only 20 years old or 21 years old or some shit like that, man. And I was in Brazil, and that's when 9/11 happened. I thought I was never gonna get back home. It was in 2001. I was 21 years old, bro. And I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And then, you see, throughout my years of training, it gave me some type of self-esteem and confidence in myself. Feel what I'm saying? Versus other cats, they didn't have that mentality like that, man. I wasn't the type to soak up my environment. I never liked my parents. I never liked my mother or my father. We was totally different. We didn't think the same at all. Like you know that like father, like son? No, we don't have the same mindset. We never got along. I couldn't live with both of them because we don't get along. We're too different. Feel what I'm saying? So my dad, he never got into nothing. He lived his last day broke and dusty, bro. He never thought about chasing any bag or nothing like that. Feel what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, like, bro, you gotta see yourself as a Marvel superhero or something. That's how you get things done, man. You gotta see yourself as a superhero. You gotta see yourself as Bruce Lee, man. In your mind, you thinking you Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking everybody's ass. When I was in Capoeira, I thought I was Bruce Lee. My kicks were way faster back then than it is now. Nigga, I had light speed kicks. We talking about kicks that you could barely see and very explosive too. You know what I'm saying? Man, I was explosive when I was younger, bro. I was flying through the air, bro. We talking about I was impressive. Everywhere I went, everybody's like, yeah, that's that Capoeira guy right there. Walking with my beating bow, which is the instrument for Capoeira, with that long, that banana-shaped instrument and shit. That bow and arrow, it looked like a bow and arrow, walking around with my beating bow. You know, six-pack abs, shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Shredded. You feel what I'm saying? That was me, man. I was walking around with my shirt off. When I was playing Capoeira, I came out of the shirt. Feel what I'm saying? When I came when I went to Carnival holders and stuff, because in Carnival they have circles out there, the Capoeira circle, right? From different schools. It's like one school start a holder, and then other schools start coming through, challenging each other. And that's another thing in Capoeira. We challenge each other. Like men will come in and they'll try to kick you for real. You know, because, you know, Capoeira, you're not supposed to be trying to kick each other But it does happen. Some person might not like you, or you pissed them off somehow on the holder, and they're gonna try to kick you. They're gonna try to tag you. Like in Brazil, I was getting tagged, bro. Damn. I thought, like, I got tagged one time in my kidney, and that shit swole up, and then I got kicked in the chest. That shit was popping for years. I had something pop, when I used to stretch, pop. It went away though. It slowly went away throughout the years. But man, them motherfuckers out there, they kick hard. The dude gave me a straight snap kick to the fucking chest. And I did some damage too, man. I broke somebody's nose down there. I swept somebody down there to the ground. When he was on one leg, I just did a sweep. Wow. He got up and got mad. He's ready to fight. How dare this American come out of nowhere and sweep me like this? You feel what I'm saying? They didn't like the Brazilians, man. They very macho, man. They didn't like you coming down there showing them up. They very macho. And if you fucking with their mestre or their friend, they all get off the instruments and be trying to buy the game to beat you up. And best believe you get kicked by one of them, man, they breaking something. Because they hit hard, bro. They practice kicking stuff all the time. Like in the States, we don't really, train to destroy each other like that. But Brazil is different. Down there, man, they train to destroy. Like I saw Mr. Jamola kick this motherfucker in the ribs on YouTube, here on YouTube. Mr. Jamola is one of the mestres that I was training with when I was in Brazil. His name is Mestre Jamola. The dude was disrespecting them in all kinds of ways in the holder, man. Just being hella annoying and showing no respect. Mr. Jamola said, okay, you want to play that game? So they were playing in the holder, right? And dude tried to, like, what did he do? He tried to skiba in. He tried to get close to the mestre and disrespect him. Skiba is a defense thing. He tried to, he tried to become disrespectful to the holder and to the mestre. Just wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't respecting the mestre. But anyway, to make a long story short, this guy got too close to the mestre. The mestre did not like that, and he stepped back and he kicked him right in the ribs. Bow! The dude was out of commission. He got out of the holder, and they had to see about him. And I was like, bro, you disrespect a man that's from Brazil, they're gonna break you, man. Them dudes down there, they don't play. They kick for real. They actually use capoeira as a martial arts. In the States, we're so worried about a lawsuit and shit popping off. We don't want to try to kick each other for real. Unless it does happen though. Don't get me wrong. In the States, yeah, it does happen. But we're not trying to learn how to break bones. Down there in Brazil, them motherfuckers, they train to break. When they kick, they want to break something. And good thing I was swole and buff, because if I was weak, that kick to the chest could have did more damage. Good thing there was some muscle there. You see what I'm saying? But we had high self-esteem, man. And then the other guy, let me tell you something. This guy who was he came up struggling and shit, man. But thanks to capoeira, he took that discipline on to some other martial arts like jiu-jitsu and shit. He became a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He opened up his own academy. So he's eating off of his discipline that he learned from capoeira. His name is Jimmy. He even fought a couple of times in the octagon, okay? His fighting career didn't really go nowhere, but he could still teach, you know what I'm saying? So he became a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's eating off that shit, you know what I'm saying? So we all started in the CAP group, man. Very young, man. We was so young. It was called the CAP group in San Francisco. And you had to be on time. You had to show up. You had to dress in your uniform. You feel what I'm saying? You had to train. Sometimes you would train for 4 hours, but you was young though. I was young. I could train 2 classes and shit. I could train with the kids, with the teenagers, and then train with the adult class. So that's like basically like 4 hour training. And boy, I lost so much goddamn weight. Actually, I gained muscle. I was real skinny when I was younger. But anyway, you guys have a good day. I want to end this this live, man. I'm just trying to, you know, get you guys to seek discipline and try to find a way that you can learn discipline and keep it going throughout your whole entire life. Why you think I'm so disciplined with the lottery? It's because of Capoeira, bro. Capoeira taught me, like, you keep going, you're gonna get it. Just like I didn't know how to do that Armada Doubly with the legs stuck in the I mean, my legs were stuck in the air, like together. Woo, boom, hit the ground. That's nearly impossible to do, but I did it. That's where my self-esteem comes from. That let me know, like, I could do anything now. You know what I'm saying? If I could do that, I could do anything. That's my mindset. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I'm out. Peace.